Is the so is the U.S. doing what they're doing to Hugo Chavez in Venezuela as they did to Allende in Chile, which the CIA acknowledged involvement with?
Well, it goes way back. I mean, Allende is one case, but there's dozens of cases. I mean, Kennedy administration was involved in preparation of the military coup that overthrew a populist government in Brazil, Goulart government. Military coup was a little after the assassination, but basically the ground was laid by the Kennedy administration. And there's a series of other cases. The CIA is a branch of the executive. It's a branch of the White House, which is used to carry out operations with what's called plausible deniability. So we can say, well, we don't know anything about it. Like, say, torture and rendition and so on. We didn't do it. It's the CIA who did it. But the CIA doesn't do anything. It does what it's told to do. There may be some exceptions, but basically it's a branch of the executive. And we should talk about it that way. So yes, the White House, the U.S. executive, through the CIA and other means, was very much involved in undermining Chilean democracy for years before the end of the 1964 election and others. And sure, White House was involved before the Allende coup. In fact, Nixon's orders were to make the economy scream. That's the soft track. The hard track was a military coup. And so there's plenty of pressure there and all sorts of things. Whether the U.S. was actually involved in the military coup, we don't know, but they certainly supported it instantly. And in fact, that's a very interesting case. It happened to occur on September 11th, 9/11, 1973. In Latin America, that's often called the first 9/11. And it was pretty serious. To see how serious it was, just imagine our 9/11. Okay, it was bad enough what happened on September 11th, 2001. But let's imagine the following. Suppose that on September 11th, 2001, Al-Qaeda had bombed the White House, killed the president. A military coup took place, supported by Al-Qaeda, which destroyed the oldest democracy in the hemisphere. They immediately killed about 50 to 100,000 people, tortured 700,000, sent in a group of economists, let's call them the Kandahar Boys, who ran the economy under brutal military rule and, in fact, drove the United States into the worst recession and depression in its history, practically destroyed the economy within a few years, set up a major terrorist organization in Washington, which was then carrying out terrorist acts and overthrowing governments and instituting neo-Nazi regimes all over the world. Let's suppose that that had happened. Would that have been worse than 9/11? Yeah, a lot worse. Actually, what I just described is, in fact, actually what did happen. The only thing I've changed is I changed the numbers to per capita equivalents. So, okay, but it's comparable. Well, that's the first 9/11. It's 9/11, 1973. What happened to it? Well, we did it, so it's out of history. That's the way things work. So yes, the Allende coup is one case, and there are plenty of others.